Hits me with that, keep your chin up, try to smile. Bro, I'm 26, I should feel better by a mile. Keep all your anecdotes and cute quotes. I'll pass some cliches for true hopes. I feel thorns where my crown was. I'll be big, and I'm alive from the dust until dawn. Yeah, I'll survive, cause I got sweet victory. Nobody can take it from me. Sweet victory, cause I got sweet victory. Yeah. Cheers to the center, feeling good. We make it to the finish. Sweet victory, you feel me? I need if you feel me. Yo, he's moving, even though we live. Sweet victory, come with it. Yeah, you know we win it. You know you win it, we still in it. Sweet victory, come with it. Yeah, you know we win it, now we win it. Sweet victory, they see me on the stage. They like that boy man. They play on the songs. They clapping in the stage. They like, I think you got it out of the special rubber band. So when I say it's been out of you, it's like you don't know my life, boy. You don't know my life, boy. You don't know what it's been like on my way. Don't know my fight, boy. Man, trenches, steady trying to play my phone. But I can fight no more. You want me? You want me? I know I can't bear it. You thorns where my crown was. I'll be with you. I'm alive from the dust until dawn. Yeah, I'll survive, cause I got sweet victory. Nobody can take it from me. Sweet victory, cause I got sweet victory. Yeah. Cheers to the ceiling, feeling good. We gon' make it to the finish. Sweet victory. You hear me? Holla if you feel me. We still running even though we're limping. Sweet victory, cause we winning. Yeah, you know we winning. Even though we winning, we still in it. Sweet victory, cause we winning. Yeah, you know we winning, now we living. Sweet victory, yeah. They like, I hear you talking wins, but I see your losses. You celebrating crowns, but I see your crosses. That's the paradox, it don't fit in your merit box. You might not understand when you out with this pair of socks. The victor ain't the one that's winning, 7 inning. Trophies don't go to the ones that got a good beginning. When I say I win, I'm with this day I'm in. I mean that day, but the grace I say that then. I'm gonna color rain with him. The crown of thorns declares your king. Scarlet robe can clothe your majesty. Nail your hands, you will not break. Come across your reign. Your kingdom knows no end. Oh Jesus, you want it all. Oh Jesus, victorious. Oh Jesus, you want it all. Oh Jesus, victorious.
Come on, take you. I'm already rocking on it.
Shish. Yo, it's some hits coming from the tip-top. They gon' hit me like I'm Chris Rock. Coming from a bit. Racing can't afford to make a pit stop. Coming, how we coming? I got all this flavor on me. Front on it, you know how we coming, baby, coming. Coolin' and we never shade it.
Yeah, devil on the prowl, so I stay in my zone. Back with the bounce, get your teeth from the cold. Ice in my veins, I go Sylvester Stallone. You know how I'm coming all black. I got all this flavor, tripping like a culinary. They say, oh, it tastes sweet as cherry or blueberry. God bless, I was headed for the cemetery, for the penitentiary.
Kicked out all my demons, now I'm making history. God bless that boy eating now, rotisserie. Hit the gas, hit the horse. Can't afford to stop, no crash course. It's some big talk coming from the tilt. They gon' hit me like I'm Chris Rock. Coming from a big racing, can't afford to make a pit stop. Coming, I'm coming. I got all this flavor on me. From the wedding, you know how we coming, baby. Coming back, coolin' and we never shut up. Sunlight on my rooftop. I was 10 when I learned what a tool was. I don't need any peace, I need both sides. R.I.P. to my cousin, was too much. Yeah. I was 21, took his final breath. All the pressure on me, feeling like I'm dead. I've been stressed, and I'm blessed, nonetheless. If I make it in my 30s, I'ma flex. Take flight, ooh, up like fuel. God came through, blessed I choose. Yes, my crew, start like blue. Ain't no way I could lose her. I got a sweet life for real, no second coding. So we got on my side, we checking Kobe. And I still don't be sleeping, but I be cozy. They gon' deal what we doing, cause they be nosy. Like the police, yeah, you gon' say it's got a limit. Try be thinking about, gotta go build my writing set. Look at my brand new crown, build a life from south to shine, pray we make it safe and sound. So if you hear a little slang, it's that ain't time. I'm in church about, man, please don't try to false claim. 1K up and no shame, it's a gangland. Poppin' like some champagne, tryna do the right thing. Few IG and top, man, yo. You know how we coming home, how we coming home. I got all this flavor on me, from the wedding on me. You know how we coming, baby, how we coming, baby. Coolin' and we never shaded. Living. Kobe, and I still don't be sleeping, but I be cozy. They gon' deal what we doing, cause they be nosy. Like the police, yeah, you gon' say it's got a limit. Try be thinking about, gotta go build my writing set. Look at my brand new crown, build a life from south to shine, pray we make it safe and sound. So if you hear a little
Yes, Self-Photo. I am here, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm your host for this wonderful show called The Stay Mo Show. Ladies and gentlemen, the topic of today is victory. And, you know, many of us, we get so close to it, and we get to a point, you know, sometimes we tend to give up. You know, our money, our victory, our success, our goal, whatever we've been aiming towards or trying to receive or get, you know, we can be so close, but we tend to give up. You know, we tend to not, you know, keep pushing through, to not, you know, persevere through all the problems and trials that come our way. And so, you know, one thing I've been learning, you know, in my life that, you know, to keep going. You know, it doesn't matter who said no to you, because God sees it all. You know, God sees that, you know, okay, you know what, one door is closed for him. I'm going to open up 10 more for him. 2 doors closed, I'm going to open up 10 times more than that. So, you know, ladies and gentlemen, it's we serve such a good God because, you know, many of us, we tend to lose patience. And that's one thing I'm learning to have more and more each day, is to have patience. You know, having patience is so important, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because, you know, God doesn't work on our timing. He works on his own. And think about it, God, he sits down and he watches and he listens to each and every one of us every day. He watches us with our how we handle our everyday issues, our everyday encounters with other people. Ladies and gentlemen, he watches and he learns. He's like, okay, you know what, William's getting better with his patience. So I'm gonna stop testing with his patience. I'm gonna give him his blessings, his miracle. So, you know, that's another message I want to give to you guys today. You know, just have patience in everything you do. Just have patience, ladies and gentlemen, because at the end of the day, God's it's gonna all be worth it. He's gonna give you such a good victory at the end of the race. At the end of the day, God is going to be there with a big basket of fruit, saying you did a job, or whatever you've been looking for. You know, next month's rent, or if you've been looking for a partner, you know, God's going to give you what you want, your heart's desire. God's not going to ever give us too much that we cannot bear. So that means all these problems, situations that we think that we cannot handle or we cannot bear, ladies and gentlemen, God would have never given it to us. Bishop Manning has been given so many responsibilities, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, Bishop Manning comes home and he says, Pastor Lee is talking to my mom, and he's thinking, I hear him contemplating, thinking about a lot of things, but he stayed patient. He doesn't just jump the gun because he gets mad or he gets sad or he cries. Bishop Manning doesn't have time for that. My dad has told me as many times, he said you can't really get emotional. You just got to keep pushing through. No matter what, you can't let problem situations hold you down. If one door closes, God's going to open another. So we have to remember that, ladies and gentlemen, because I know a lot of people, probably a lot of people say that, one door closes, another one open. And a lot of us, we don't listen in church, ladies and gentlemen. We're there, but Bishop Manning has said this multiple times. We're there in the sanctuary and we're listening. We're there, our body is there, but we're not listening. Our mind is on, oh, I can't wait to get home for the oxtail. So we need to have better focus. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to have better focus. If we can fix our focus, ladies and gentlemen, there's been so many times where I've been on the road driving with my dad, and I'm tired. Went to bed late, we got up early, and we have to drive to a tire site, to Miami, to go meet with the engineers. There's so much things to be driving, and it's tiring, ladies and gentlemen. There's no timeout, or let me take a rest stop, or let me pull over. We gotta keep going, because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it's all gonna be worth it. It's all gonna be worth it at the end of the day. God's going to bless us. He's going to give us the blessings, the miracles that we are longing for. So we cannot lose patience. We have to keep on pushing. The same way Bishop Manning, there's been multiple times. If we tell you the amount of problems and situations that Bishop Manning just went through at our last location, you would think that alone we would have already closed down the church. But we keep on persevering. We keep on what's the word I'm looking for? Thriving. That's the word. We keep on thriving through all our problems and situations, because, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? Bishop Manning knows that at the end of the race, when he's victorious, guess what? He's going to get the miracles, the blessing. He's gonna hear from our Father up in heaven, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." And that's the message that we all want to hear at the end of the road. When our life is done and finished, and we're getting ready to, pass away, I want to feel like I accomplished something. I want to know that I did something better for the world, but for God. Not just for mankind, but for God. I want to do it through God. God is my filter. I go through God first, then proceed to the world. So God will never give us too much that we cannot handle or bear, ladies and gentlemen. So we have to remember, it's so important that we don't give up, ladies and gentlemen. Keep fighting. Ladies and gentlemen, one thing I've learned, I have a basketball camp, and I'm learning more and more that as I go along. It's so much wise people. It's a lot of colleges, a lot of coaches, a whole lot of. So they're saying they brought out a punching bag, brought over 500 kids to sit down. We're watching them, put up the punching bag. Everybody's quiet because everybody's trying to notice, trying to see what they're doing. They put up the punching bag. He got a guy put on some gloves, and he just started punching the bag. So for about 30 seconds, we're watching the guy punch the bag, but hard, fast, real good, punching skills. And then, he stops after 30 seconds, take off the gloves, and says, "Does anybody know, why the bag is not ripping?" And everybody's, starts guessing answers. Oh, blah, blah, the type of material, the type of this, yada, yada. Someone said it's built for it. It's built to be punched. It's built to be knocked down, pick back up, replace it. Stuff like that. So the guy says, the reason why it was made, it was to help to train you and to make you a better boxer, of course, is to play like a dummy, But, we cannot think like that. Think of it as ourselves. Think of it as, you can squish it a little bit. If you hug it tight enough, you can squish it. He said the more you keep punching it and punching it, is the harder it keeps coming back towards you. So he was like, so ladies and gentlemen, and you guys have to see. He said, come out of your mind for a second, and just think about what I'm saying. He said, you cannot. This is not school, ladies and gentlemen, so he can talk about Christianity. He was saying, you cannot let the devil get in your mind, because basketball is a part of a mindset game. If you're not strong in your mind to know, okay, I just shot a shot and I missed horribly, but I'm gonna continue shooting. Many of us will take one shot, see it'll airball, and many of us will give up on ourselves. That's it. Roll over, play dead. But the guy, he was just saying, I kept punching it, I kept punching it, I kept punching it, and it kept coming back harder and harder and harder. So he was just like, the more force that he's giving it, beating on the punching bag, is the more harder it comes back. So we have to mentally tell ourselves, the more problems come our way, the more harder we're going to bounce back. So ladies and gentlemen, at first I was just like, what is this crazy guy talking about? Till I started thinking about it. And then when I was leaving, I called my friend when I was going home. I was like, yo, what do you think about what he said? And it was just like, I'm not sure what to get from it. But, it felt so deep because he's a college coach. So I was just agreeing and saying, amen. I was like, okay. So he was laughing. But then I started explaining to him about what I received. And he said, okay, you know what, you're right, Wayne. You know what, it is a mental thing. I'm going to go home and I'm going to, do my chores, take a shower, and go to sleep. But, I'm going to think about that tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, my whole point in saying that whole story is to, life isn't going to be easy. Life is going to be hard. We know that. God is going to allow the devil to send problems our way. So, when we overcome these problems, God can give us our blessings, our miracles, the things we've craved for, the things we've want since we were kids, the things we want since we got kids, the things we want since we got a house, the things we want since 2019. Whatever the case may be, ladies and gentlemen, God knows our desire. God knows our heart. God knows what we require in our everyday life. God knows what our bills have to be paid. God knows. God holds our hand. He sees everything that we do. Ladies and gentlemen, He sees everything, he knows everything. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't even have to do anything. All we got to do, ladies and gentlemen, is be the best Christian we can. Sin is inevitable. So, we have to be a better, strong-minded Christian about God and about not sinning. Some people are afraid of sinning. Right now, it's a very huge time. I'm not going to get into that topic right now for the LGBTQ community, and it's not right. But we have to, ladies and gentlemen, be the Christians God wants us to be. We have to help, ladies and gentlemen. Helping does not mean throwing the Bible down their throat and saying, you need to learn the Bible, God loves you, but you need to stop what you're doing because it's not right. We cannot preach God's message like that. And one thing that I'm learning from, a lot of old school, my dad's old churches, the way how they were brought up was more of God, shoving God down their throat. Never give them a chance to actually believe and to sit down and say, okay, you know what, God is our almighty, powerful being. So my dad was explaining to me. He's like, I've trained you guys in the way of God, in the ways of God. I've tried to put you guys on the right path to greatness and alongside with God. So he was like, there's not much I can do now. This is your journey now, your relationship with God. What you guys do, you guys need to, have that relationship with God. I can't do anything anymore. I did my best. I played my part, and I did my best to introduce you to God, keeping you alongside with God. You know, and that's what many of us need to do. We need to learn that, you know, being alongside with God, ladies and gentlemen, is not bad, ladies and gentlemen. God watching your back. Oh my goodness. Imagine God sending an angel down to watch my back. Oh my goodness. I would walk down any street with loads of money in my pocket. No fear. And ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't mean that I don't have no faith in my God when I go to the store. No, it just means that, you know, when I go to the store, I'm being more mindful. I know God got me, but I'm not gonna be stupid and flash money, and it's acting for issues. So ladies and gentlemen, we are victorious. So we need to keep on thriving. We need to keep on pushing towards our blessings, towards our miracles, because God is willing to give it to us. You know, when the devil closed 10 doors, God is going to open 50. So we just need to keep on pushing past all these situations that the devil has put into our way, put into our path. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. So ladies and gentlemen, it's okay. It's okay that you're going to fail sometime. You're going to fail. Guess what? God is going to be right there to pick you up. You need to have patience. You know, one thing I've learned, you know, in patience that I was learning how to have patience, is that I kept rushing into things. You know, I kept rushing. Okay, you know, this is a good opportunity. Let me just rush into it. Don't think about it. You know, I'll rush into this next opportunity. Don't think about it. You know, and then the more life go on, is the more I noticed that I was making the wrong decisions. So I said, okay, you know what, Wayne, get a reset. What's going on? Is everything okay? All right, no problem. Let's go handle this. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I want you guys to take from the show. You know, that don't give up. The finish line is right 10 minutes away, 5 minutes away. You know, we got to keep fighting. We got to keep pushing through. We cannot let the devil stop us or block us from our miracles. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Stand Up Show with your host, Wayne Manning Jr. And sadly, this is the ending of my show. But I do hope you guys enjoyed, and I do want you guys to just have patience and to continue thriving the same way Bishop Manning continued thriving through all his problems, his tribulations. Ladies and gentlemen, Bishop Manning's in Jamaica working tirelessly, ladies and gentlemen, to make sure the gospel gets out around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Bishop Manning is not no young person. You know, my dad is young, but not that young. But ladies and gentlemen, Bishop Manning needs the help. Bishop Manning needs it because he breaks his back for the church. So that means, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Stand Up Show with your host, Wayne Manning Jr. And I'm signing out, so I hope you guys are planning on keeping it locked. The next show you guys will be hearing is the Little People Show with your host, Wayne Liz Chesedek Manning. This song I'm signing out with is by Kurt Franklin Stomp, so go ahead and keep it locked.
Properties featuring my main man, Kurt Franklin. Soul Train, are you with me?
You think the gospel music has gone too far? You think we've got too radical with our message? Well, I got news for you. Who the sun sets free is free indeed. And if you got a shame to praise the Lord up in here, don't get cute. Come on and have a little touch.